Hello, good morning. It's Debbie with Painting Junkie. I am here today with Chat and Char, my weekly live that I do on Wednesdays at 10:30. We are going to do a little burning today. Chat and Char. We're going to do a little chatting, a little charring. I have a new hat to show you. Well, I showed you last week during the birthday party. I still have some decorations up. I just loved it so much, I just kept it up. Made me happy. So I'll probably take them down today. Anyway, I kept them up for one more week. So Painting Junkie turned 5 last week. Yay! But I showed you this. Look at that arrowhead. If you've been following me for very long, or if you just found me, huge Chiefs fan. Huge Chiefs fan here. So I found this arrowhead hat that I am going to have to create a new Chiefs hat. Let me show you my older one. I made this last year. And it says a great big Chiefs Nation with some greenery. Some simple greenery. I put a yellow gold band. I twisted some Chiefs fabric. I tied it in the back and then put a little bitty sunflowers. I put an arrowhead and then just some little designs on each side. And then just some little markings on the top, and then a little bit in the underbrim. So, oh, and then I added this fun little feather there, a couple feathers. So, I wore this in Nashville. We went to Nashville, no, not Nashville, I wore it to Vegas when the Chiefs played in the Super Bowl this February. My husband and I went out to Vegas just for Super Bowl week. We didn't go to the Super Bowl. That's a little bit pricey for me. Anyway, we went for Super Bowl week for the fun festivities, for the opening ceremonies and the, where you go and you do all the NFL fun things. And then we actually got tickets from a fun friend that I met there. Passed us on some tickets to the honors banquet. Anyway, fun. Anyway, I wore this. It was super fun. And it was my Chiefs hat. And now I have another Chiefs hat. Hey, Tony, thanks for tuning in. I'm getting ready to burn the arrowhead hat. I was just showing the other hat that I had. This is my other Chiefs hat. I did put an arrowhead on the back with some little designs. So this is the other one. This is my old one that I've been wearing, and I'm just going to set it up here and, whoops, we're going to tackle this one. So, I thought I would find this fun font. I used this font in my, hey, Jamie. I know I had to put on my Chiefs shirt today since I was burning my Chiefs hat. I found this font and I used it for the Long Live Cowgirls pink hat that I made for the concert. And so I did Kansas City Chiefs. I did an arrowhead and football and some other little designs that I think that I will use for this. We're going to do a little burning today. I don't know. We're probably just going to burn about 30 minutes and then see what we get done. And then next week I'll come back and do some more. I did find some fun feathers that I'll just give you a quick little preview. I found these in my stash. Those are fun. Or if I don't want to go so big, I have these. I don't know what I'm going to use, but I'm feeling a gold band, gold or black, gold and black, and then maybe something. So you can help me decide that next week. We're not going to embellish today, for sure. All right, so I already have my press and seal on the words, and I traced before I went on, just the words. And I'm gonna do it on the brim. I mean, not on the brim, on the crown. So I've got, oh, I didn't cross my T. I need to do that. Well, I'll just do it when I burn. Okay. And I'm probably gonna do it probably in my lap. It's gonna see it the best. You guys will not be able to see right down. You're gonna have to see from far away today. If you are part of my membership, then you kind of have a bird's eye view, but on my chat and char, you guys have to see from there. All right. I need to look at placement here. So if this is the front, I don't want it totally in front. I want it kind of to the side here. So we're going to put it right here. And it just says Kansas City Chiefs. I got a little crumbs on there. Let's put it about right here. And I am going to have bands. So let's take this one off real quick. All the vegan hats, all the vegan suede hats. This is a vegan suede from Mexico. All that I use come with a band that matches, and I take it off because I always do my own. Okay, front and Kansas City Chiefs right here, and I have it up pretty close to the little indentation because I think my band is gonna be kind of tall. I'm thinking I'm thinking like a gold, like a lacy gold, perhaps. Okay, I can see that on there pretty well, the purple. I use the friction pen to trace this because if it transfers onto the hat while I'm burning, then I can just use a heat tool and it'll burn any markings. All right, need my glasses. I'm going to show you the nib on my burner too. Okay, so this is the way it's going to look. Kansas City Chiefs right there, kind of to the side. All right, I like that placement. And I'm going to set it right here in my lap. I am going to turn on this fan. And there's only off and on, so I hope it's not too loud. And I'm going to have to look over like this to see any comments. Okay. Is that loud? That's not too loud. Okay. The nib I have on here has a point, but it also has like some curving for shading. So I'm going to use the point for all of the outside lines. And I'm going to go around. This has some fat areas. I'm going to do all the skinny outlines first. And my burner is on about 350. And I have learned that with this press and seal method, not to get too detailed, because then it's really hard to get off all the plastic, even though you're picking it with the safety pin or other kind of sharp pointed pin or your Cricut weeder. So how was everyone's weekend? Hey, Allie and Kathy. Thanks for watching. Just burning a little Chiefs hat today. I got this new arrowhead here. I'm going to go around all of these. And then pick off the plastic, and then we'll thicken some of the lines. You know how when you're in the process of creating, there's a messy middle? That's kind of what it looks like with hat burning too. Because as I'm doing all these outside lines, it's not going to look that great when I take this plastic off. Let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. It doesn't look that great yet. When I get all that plastic off and thicken the down lines, or thicken where it needs to, it will look much better. So I had a really fun weekend. I went to Ohio to my business mentor's home. She invited us to her home, and we got to see some things around her hometown of Cincinnati, Ohio. And then we worked on our business and our goals. We got to have some real talk. Let's see, I'm not going to cross that T quite yet and dot my I. And it was just lovely. We went to church and heard a great message about social media of all things. It's wonderful. And that, like, it's hard to believe that that was last weekend. It's going so fast. All right, I'm about halfway through Chiefs here. And then we can start taking off this plastic. This does take a very light touch. And kind of like a sketching too. Okay. Alrighty. And then I'm going to wipe this off on my little wet sponge. I did see or read where if your burner gets gunky and you can't wipe it off, with your sponge, it won't come off with your wet sponge, then you might be able to sand it off with a nail file or a little sandpaper. And that can help you get off any of the gunk that might have been cooled on or something like that. So, okay, this is what we got so far. Kansas City Chiefs. Actually, I'm not going to pick that off with you guys right now. Let's move on. But you can see that I did not dot my I or cross my T yet. And all of those where the plastic is, I'm going to go in and fill in those spots. So, this is the beginning, all right? This is the beginning. I love this arrowhead. So, you guys, but I also love this football on fire. I thought that would be a lot of fun too. So, and this I thought might be really fun to put some like laces, and I don't really need this. I could probably do that freehand, like maybe football laces on top. What do you think? But I do like this arrowhead. So I was going to trace this arrowhead and put it on here, even though the hat's an arrowhead, which is fun. This is going to be pretty quick to trace, so I thought, well, I don't have to do it early. So since you can see through the press and seal, this is a very easy technique to get on an image to your hat. And I'm going to go ahead and do both of these. It's a double image. Thinking I might put some lines, connecting lines. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Now, you know I love an underberm, so I may have to go under, maybe I'll do this twice. Let's see where this will fit. Maybe over here on this side, since Kansas City's here. Maybe arrowhead right here. And it does fit nicely. It's not too wide. I'm thinking of putting it right down here. And then maybe some greenery. I mean, I have to have a little bit of some girly stuff. A little bit of greenery around there. I like that. I like that arrowhead right there. And then I'm thinking of some lines connecting. Okay, you guys might be able to watch me do this because you're not that far. All right, gonna have these. This might be a little better for you to see as opposed to in my lap. And this is kind of wavy line, which means it doesn't have to be perfect. Hey, McKenna. Allie's on here too. That's fun. I don't think you guys have ever been on here together watching. Or she was. So we're doing this arrowhead around the outside first. And I keep having to turn it. You don't have to have a lazy Susan, but I do like to turn this as I'm burning. Turn and burn. It just makes it a little easier, because if you're not comfortable holding it, if it's awkward, you know, because this seems to get in the way sometimes. And if you're not comfortable holding the iron or reaching the hat or anything like that, then you get messy. And then you don't like your work. So I suggest find a way in your workspace for comfort. Taylor Swift and Brittany Mahomes are going to want one. Yeah. You know, I would totally burn one for them, but my problem is, where would I send it? Just send it to Arrowhead with their name on it? Wouldn't that be cool to see them on TV or on social media wearing a Painting Junkie original? That would be crazy. I could just send one and say, put both names on it and say, whoever gets it first. I'm sure they'll fight over it. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to take this off. These are big pieces. I love it when they're big pieces. Girl, you always have the greatest ideas. My personal cheerleader. Oh, that is cool. What do you think of that arrowhead? Oh. Now, I could put, oh, look, I can just draw KC on there. Can you see that? Okay. See, it's not quite the same. Okay, I like that. This is going to be fun already. Okay. I'm going to do a little freehand greenery really quick. Yes, it does fit. It fits the brim perfectly. Let's see. I think I'll put... I always like to put where my stems... Hey, Terry! I like to put where my... not stems. Branches, I guess? I don't know where those are going to be. I'm going to have one coming out of here and coming out of here. And then they're going to get too close, so I probably better just do two. And do a little greenery. Do a little greenery, because it's my favorite. I got to burn with the girls live. That's something I never thought I would be able to do with these ladies, because they are from all different states. One is from Texas, one's from Virginia, one's from Minnesota. And then the one who lives in Ohio and we never really get to be in person together. And so, of course, when we are in person, I never thought that we would be with, you know, our burning tools. And we happened to have burning tools and hats. And we got to burn live together. And it was kind of a dream come true. Because I never thought that we would get to do that in person together. So it was kind of a highlight. I have been thinking about, change the subject. I have been thinking about the retreat coming up. I am getting so excited. It's almost in 1 month because this is the 14th and the retreat is September 19th. I still have 2 spots left. And I know it's just waiting for the perfect people to come and sign up and join us. And they just haven't figured it out yet. It hasn't hit them that, oh, you're supposed to be on this with us. But we are going September 19th through the 22nd. We are going to Herman, Missouri, to wine country. And we are going to burn some hats. And we are going to, do some resin, which I got to see a really cool activity this weekend. And I know that's the one we're going to be doing on the retreat. Okay, this is going to be a little tough because I got to go around this crown here. And we're going to do some, we're going to do some fun painting activities. Whoa. And cooking. Brandy from Kitchen Therapy is coming with us, and she is going to teach us lots of fun meal prep advice and tips and give us recipes. And Herman is the cutest little, I'm pretty sure it's like a little German town. It's old. It's got an old downtown with shops. It's right on the river. And it's got flea markets. I love a good flea market. And I won't be flying home. That was holding me back when I was in, hey Dina, when I was in Ohio. That was the worst part, is I was flying and I couldn't shop like I like to shop. So Tony and I kept saying to ourselves, we're flying, we're flying. Stop buying, stop buying. Ooh, I like that. Okay, what do you think? Some greenery coming out of the arrowhead. I don't think I want to do it in the front. I think I like it coming out of the back. Just the back. Okay, so we're on our way. I also like this flaming football. Now, do I want to put the flaming football maybe over here? Yes, Dina. Yes, Dina. I hope that you get to join us sometime. you are on the right track to do so. You are. Okay, I have to get some more pressing seal out of here because I used all that was cut. You do have to have some pretty good scissors. I thought I had some good scissors, but I'm actually using my fabric scissors, and this isn't fabric, so I'm kind of cheating on the scissors. I got some scissors. I ordered a new pack of scissors on Prime Day for my in-person hat parties because I know the ladies were having a hard time cutting the press and seal. Yeah, I know it comes with one of these little cutter things, but it does never work very well. They were having a hard time cutting the press and seal to do their hats. So I just got some new scissors for them. Alrighty, I am gonna trace this really quick. How are we doing? Oh, it's been 30 minutes. I'll do this football real quick, and then I'm gonna finish this hat next week. But I really like this Flamin' Football. This is a bumpy board. Now I am not going to trace all of these lines because, like I said earlier, the more detail in your press and seal. Oh, Jamie has a date. The more detail on your press and seal, the more it globs up and it's hard to get off the plastic. Ooh, I love this flame. Speaking of, I almost forgot to tell you, I have a big announcement next Wednesday. I have a big announcement next Wednesday. Big announcement. So you're going to want to come to Chat and Char next Wednesday. Almost forgot. Oh my word. I would have been so mad at myself. Look at that flaming football. That's something that Patrick Mahomes would throw. Right? If you're a Mahomes fan. I know he's got haters, but it's because he's so good. It's big. Oh, big announcement. Yes, big announcement next Wednesday. Super fun. You're not going to want to miss it. Oh, yeah, I got to put this down here next to the arrowhead. I might have to put Casey in that arrowhead. You know, I can put their logo on the hat if I don't sell it. That's the rule. Yeah, big announcement. If you, you can use a logo on something if you don't make money off of it, if it's for personal use. So if I keep this hat, which I'm probably going to, then I can put the Casey logo on there. But if I were to sell it, I can't have any copyrighted logos on here. Okay, yes, love this. Love this. Can you see my football? Can you see my flaming football? Oh, yeah. Tony, we talked about that cute little Mahomes, didn't we? Okay, let's try to get this smooth football here. So next week at 10:30, when you come to Chat and Char, I'm going to work on this hat. Actually, I'll probably have a plan for the underburn. I'll tell you how I'm going to finish. I'm going to have this all picked off, and I'm going to finish the lettering because that's kind of boring to watch me do the lettering. I mean, I burn the lettering, but I'm going to finish the thick lines. But I'll show you how I finished the top. And we'll do the underburn, and then we will embellish. And I will tell you my announcement for next Wednesday, the 21st. And I made an event. So if you see the event for the chat and char next week, go ahead and put that you're coming. So I think it'll give you a reminder. Facebook will remind you, and then you won't forget. Okay, let me just do these little lines. Laces. I am all about football right now because you're gonna go Brittany or Taylor. Oh, well, yeah, that's what that lady did from San Francisco. She made all those vests and jackets and everything with all the trademark things, and she gave them to Brittany and Taylor, and she blew up, and now she's working for the NFL. But yeah, I could give them as a gift. You're right, Tony. Look at you. Always knowing what I should do. So, underburn, Jamie, is this right here. Yes, if you didn't know what an underburn is, that is what I love. Because when you're wearing the hat and you're looking at people, people see this, I believe, more than they see this. So, I like a good underburn. Especially when you're taking pictures. Selfies. Okay, let's do this fire. And then I'm gonna get off here. This fire is fire. It looks cool. Oh yeah. Bam, bam. I love it. Can you see it from up there? I'll show you. I don't know if you could see while I was doing it. I gotta make the sharp points on this flame. You don't have a rounded flame, that's for sure. I'm going to do all the sharp points. Okay, I love it, I love it. So, yeah, I was saying I am kind of all into the cheese right now. I painted a bunch of little wooden decor pieces that I had bought at the Pinners Conference back in February, knowing that I had all the way till football season to get them ready. And now that preseason has started, I was like, I gotta do it. So my mom came over yesterday and we sat down and we painted them. Took us a couple hours, but I posted them. So check out my Facebook page and see if you can find my little Chiefs home decor pieces. I will get a picture of my little tiered tray. They're going to go on my little tiered tray that I keep in my kitchen. And I usually just, when fall rolls around, I go right from summer to like pumpkins. But not this year. I'm going to football. Because, you know, Chiefs are trying to do a three-peat here. Something that nobody's ever done before. Not even Tom Brady. we may not have any, or Patrick may not have as many rings as Tom Brady, but Tom Brady's never won 3 Super Bowls in a row either. Not that we need to be better than him. Patrick's just amazing. Okay, here we go. Let's get this all off here. I love this. I'm going to have to do some shading on this fire, and I'll show you that too when you come back next week. But look at, that's just the outline. That's my outline of the fire. What do you think? Ha ha ha. So fun. So fun. Okay. So, that's all I'm doing with you today. I got started. And so next week, thanks, Dina. Thanks for coming, everyone. I so appreciate it. And I will be back next Wednesday at 10:30 right here on Painting Junkie page. I have a big announcement. I will show you what I've done to finish this. We will burn on the under rim and embellish. And I'll see you here. So have a great week, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.